Today on Judge Faith, she says her friend asked to drive her car and then destroyed it.
It was like, my car now is like an accordion on top of a van, and we didn't even leave the parking spot.
But her friend says the story that's being told isn't the truth.
She revealed to me that she does not have a driving license, that it has been suspended for her second DUI.
Now, Judge Faith will decide who's real and who's fake in this friendship fiasco.
So what's so special about her that would make you break the law? Because she doesn't seem to like you very much. She's telling all your business.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Camila Romero says her former friend crashed her vehicle into two parked cars. She's suing for repair costs, towing, and impound fees. Defendant Svetlana Durrell claims she never drove her ex-friend's car and doesn't know how the vehicle got damaged.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, we have Romero versus Durrell.
Thank you, Barbara. Camila Romero, you were suing the defendant Svetlana Durrell?
Yes.
For $5,092 for car damages, towing, and impound fees?
Yes.
You are alleging that the defendant had a car accident in your car and she's responsible for the damages?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you start with telling me what happened? How do you know her?
We went to art school together.
So you went to school together and you became friends?
Well, we lost touch for a while, and then she contacted me on Facebook.
Why did you contact her on Facebook?
I did not contact her on Facebook.
Okay.
I have the Facebook conversation.
I don't know what she has, but it's false. I've never contacted her on Facebook.
Why don't you describe for me your relationship with the plaintiff?
I went to art school together with Miss Romero about 4 years ago. She was expelled from the art school for damaging the school's property for vandalism. So she never got to graduate, and then she moved on to a different school. We got in touch.
Why are you dropping all this shade on the plaintiff?
I mean, like,
talking about her being expelled from school and everything. I'm just asking you a simple question: how y'all met and the friendship you had with her?
Well, we don't really have a friendship. We got in touch by text message. I sent her a text message and I asked her if she wanted to get together one evening.
I didn't have a phone then.
So we got together and she...
And is that the night of this incident?
Yes, the evening of the incident.
Before the night of this incident, how long had it been since the two of you had seen each other?
Probably about 3 years.
The two of you get together. Tell me how that happened.
I rode my bicycle over from my work to a bar where we met, and she drove her car to the bar where we met. Once we met...
Were you both drinking at the bar?
Yes, we were. However, I was not driving. So once we were at the bar, a few drinks later, she revealed to me that she does not have a driving license, that it has been suspended for her second DUI, and she actually drove to the bar illegally.
I don't have...
Okay, so hold on a second. Was your license suspended because of a DUI?
Yes, but not a second one.
So when was the DUI?
The DUI was in 2011.
Okay, your license would not be suspended for a DUI that happened 3 years ago.
Well, I had my license, and then I did my program, and so when I finished my whole program, I turned in all the information into the DMV, and they were like, you didn't pay $40 for this fee, so it seems like I never did anything.
You're saying that you should have had your license, but you didn't because of a fee you didn't pay.
Right. But I already like settled the DUI.
So what's so special about her that would make you break the law and drive without a driver's license? You haven't seen her in 3 years.
Well, I mean, I thought that she was like...
Because she doesn't seem to like you very much. She's telling all your business.
But that's, that's her. I'm not gonna be that kind of person. And
so you go and you meet her at the bar. What are you drinking?
I think we're drinking whiskey.
How many drinks do you have?
A couple.
May I say something? She kept revealing more information about, since I haven't seen her. She told me there was also a warrant for her arrest that evening when we met. So not only she was driving without license that was suspended for DUI, she also had a warrant for her arrest, and she also was taking some sort of prescription medication.
And did you have a warrant for your arrest that night?
Yeah, that morning I found out that I had a warrant for like what I thought was, part of the whole like license DUI thing. I didn't.
Okay,
even
so
know.
you did have a warrant,
yeah.
and you told her about it that night.
Sure.
All right, and what's the warrant for?
The warrant was for, well, it turned out to be like this thing that happened at a party, and
What thing? Like warrants aren't issued for things; they're issued for specific reasons.
okay, well, my friend took this bag, and she like made me get rid of it.
Okay, so are you talking about possession of stolen property?
Yeah, but I didn't steal it, so like nothing happened.
So did you evade arrest, or were you arrested and didn't show up to court?
No, I just got the letter, so like I didn't even know that.
You got a letter to show up to court one day.
Right.
And you didn't show up and they issued a warrant.
No, the day that I saw her was the first time that I saw that letter.
The day you saw the defendant?
Svetlana,
Okay, but she has nothing to do with that, right?
No, nothing.
So there was a letter, you were informed that there was a warrant out for your arrest, and you knew that at the time you met up with her.
Coming up on Judge Faith, Camilla reveals new evidence that puts Svetlana in the driver's seat.
Anyone can create a Facebook account. I don't know how this can be considered a true evidence.
And I would not spend that much time to write all.
Well, what if she just created an account and then deleted it?
How about that?
You seem so nervous right now that I'm about to look at Facebook messages. Why?
Plaintiff Camila Romero says her ex-friend destroyed her car while trying to pull out of a parking space. She's suing for repair costs, towing, and impound fees. Defendant Svetlana Durrell claims she wasn't even with Camilla when the car was damaged and has no idea how her ex-friend wrecked the vehicle.
How long were you at the bar?
Had to be maybe like a couple hours.
Okay, and what happens after you leave the bar?
And then we go to her house.
How did you get there?
Me.
I unlocked my
drove.
bicycle and I rode it there. I gave her the address and told her to meet her.
Did she ride her bicycle to her house?
Yes, I did.
No, she put it in my
yes,
car.
Yes, I did.
Okay, you drove?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you already have a DUI, and you're at a bar drinking.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you're still drinking and driving.
I mean, that day, like, I'll admit, yes, but, like, it was a mistake, and I should never even have gone. But
So you go to her house, so what happens next?
the next morning, we go to my car to, I guess, like, go to her workplace.
That's not
She
true, Your Honor.
offers to drive.
That is
and
not
she's
true,
like,
Your Honor.
How did the accident happen?
The way the accident has happened, I don't know because I was not there for the accident. What happened was Miss Romero decided to go back to her home at some point because my husband and I wanted to go to sleep. I had to work all day. I also had work the next morning. I told her that we had to...
This is all a lie.
This is not a lie.
complete- this
No,
is a
go ahead,
complete
let her
lie.
finish.
So basically, my husband and I were, letting her know that she has to leave, and she was okay with that. She was fine driving back home. I locked up the gate.
That night?
That night,
Okay.
yes. She has
I
left.
never even got to drive back home because my car got totaled.
Hold
like,
on,
how is
hold
that?
on, ma'am. Go ahead.
What happened was she left, and I've never seen her since then. So I suppose either she found somebody on the street and met and have them drive the car, whether
So
she...
you never drove her car?
I never drove her car.
Don't know anything about an accident?
I have no idea.
Tell me what happened, your version.
She offers to drive my car, and of course I say yes because I don't have a license. And like, if you're offering to drive my car, why would I?
So are you saying you spent the night at her house?
Yes.
Tell me about the accident. How did it happen?
Okay, so
she's in the
then-
ar. Are you in the car too?
Yes.
What
I'm
happened?
on the passenger seat. She turns on the car, and goes straight into the front car, straight into the back car, straight into the front. It was like, and I'm seriously, I'm in the passenger seat like, oh my God. Like, what? My car now is like an accordion on top of a van, and we didn't even leave the parking spot. Like, it's like, There was enough room. I could have asked someone who was like just a torso and blind to take my car out of this seat.
Okay, so what am I looking at?
That's my car.
So is this the front bumper of the car and it's completely off of the car?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
And what do you have? You said you have some Facebook messages you want me to look at?
yes.
Your Honor, I do not have a Facebook.
Because you deleted it right
No,
after.
I did not have
Barbara, would you
ever
hand me
have a
those, please?
Facebook. I don't know how this can be considered a true evidence because anyone can create a Facebook account, type in anything.
You seem so nervous right now that I'm about to look at Facebook messages. Why?
No, I'm just saying that this is not legitimate evidence.
How do you know that?
Well, because police records would be legitimate evidences, and Facebook, anyone can
No, I
create
think
an
Facebook
account.
messages are quite telling,
If someone has
oftentimes
a
in
laptop,
cases.
I could sign on real fast and we can see it in the message, like, and I would not spend that much time to write all that
I mean,
You
stuff.
don't have a
is-
job, Camilla, so
So I got a lot of time and I still wouldn't spend it.
you would.
This is like several pages of messages between the two of you.
It says Lenny, that's my dog. But I just use his Facebook.
The accident was on June 14th, 2014, and I have Facebook messages from June 15th between what appears to be the two of you.
False, Your Honor.
So you've never had a Facebook page? Never?
Not in the past few years or so.
More like not in the past 3 months. She just,
Even if you delete your account and delete your Facebook page, the inbox messages, they still stay there in the recipient's inbox. So she can keep messages even though you perhaps deleted your account, because I see here where probably a photo used to be, I'm assuming. It's now just one of those icons.
yeah.
Well, what if she just created an account and then deleted it? How about that?
How about that?
Okay, so you write, the big car only has a bend bumper. There was no other car there. It's an older car, the big one. You write in response to that, you hit 2. There was a red one in the back. I wonder how bad that one is. How bad is the bumper? You respond, just bent. Not even that bad. There is that footstep on it and that bend. She replies like that. You reply, not as bad. I mean, because you've testified so far as you know nothing about this accident. You were not there, you went to bed, you were sleeping, and you know absolutely
not there,
nothing
Your
about
Honor.
it. And these Facebook messages indicate just the opposite.
Next on Judge Faith. The ladies tell Judge Faith what happened when they hit the road and went rogue.
She doesn't have a license.
You don't have a license?
No, I've never obtained a driving license.
So I'm like, we gotta get out of here before, like before the cops come, and like.
So now you're like Thelma and Louise. You guys just gotta roll.
Plaintiff Camila Romero says Svetlana is responsible for crashing her car. She's suing for repair costs, towing, and impound fees. Defendant Svetlana Durrell claims she never drove her ex-friend's car and doesn't know how the vehicle got damaged.
I think these are actual messages between the two of you. I mean, this isn't something that's really organized. If she wanted to make up evidence and make up messages, she would have you write, I am so sorry I wrecked your car on June 14th at 6:49 p.m. in the evening. She would make up really, really good evidence. This is not really, really good evidence. This is just sort of piecemeal and you guys are talking about it.
I don't know who
I
she's
believe
talking
it.
to
I
in those
absolutely believe it. 6, 7, 8, 9 pages of messages. No one's going to take up that amount of time
That's what
to
I
write
said.
9 pages of inbox messages. I think these are your messages.
Your
so I think
Honor-
you're lying.
Your Honor, Mr.
Where's your husband, by the way?
At work?
Okay, because he could vouch for the fact that you were at home all night and wasn't involved in an accident, but he's not here, right?
He can
The one
also-
person who can actually vouch and corroborate what you're saying isn't in court with you today?
No, he's not.
Okay, thank you. What about the damages to the other cars? What happened with them?
So I'm like, we gotta get out of here before, like before the cops come, and like.
So now you're like Thelma and Louise. You guys just gotta roll.
I mean, but so I mean, it shows you, yeah, like we were friends. We were like.
So no, because I'm just curious
buddies.
because here you are in court today. So these 2 other cars are damaged.
Right.
And you just
Okay.
roll out of there. You're gone.
Okay, so.
So no one pays for the damages to their car.
No. I have.
Well,
and
is
then-
it true that you left because you didn't want the police to come because
Yes,
you had
yes,
a warrant
yes.
out for your arrest?
Yes,
okay.
it's true. Okay, so.
30 seconds.
Huh?
30 seconds.
Okay, okay.
Tell me what happened.
So like my dog, Lenny, is at my apartment downtown. So I have to get to him because he's probably like he holds his pee in for like days. So like I know that like I can't like put him through that. I take the bus all the way back to like take him out, and I also got him as an emotional support animal so he can come like with me everywhere. So I call my dad, and he tells me, you know, you need to find someone to go back with you because I need to go back and find these people that she might have hit because I don't
Right.
want to hit and run. I don't want to like screw anyone over like that.
So did you go back to the scene and
I
find
did
those people?
with Lenny, and like I left a note in mailboxes everywhere. The cars weren't there anymore, so I went to get my car out of the police station, and that's when I talked to the detective. Like I need to find out these people, like if anyone was hit, and it turns out that the only person that called the cop was the car in front. And so I got all his information, I called him up, and he said, don't worry about it, like there's no damages, which is crazy because you saw I was like, whoa, like hallelujah, because like, well.
Now tell me why your insurance isn't covering damage to your car as a result of this accident.
Because she doesn't have a license.
You don't have a license?
No, I've never obtained a driving license.
So you don't know how to drive. That's how this accident happened?
I do know how to drive, Your Honor.
No, you do not. Look
Yes,
at my car.
She doesn't know how to drive drunk. That's the problem.
No one knows how to drive drunk.
And now, Judge Faith rules.
There are 2 issues here. There's the issue of liability, who's responsible for the accident, and there's the issue of damages once I establish who's responsible for the accident. In terms of liability, this isn't a great case and situation for you. There's a doctrine under the law called the Doctrine of Clean Hands. And what that means is when you bring a lawsuit and you come into court, you yourself must be innocent of wrongdoing. And you're not exactly innocent of wrongdoing because the night before this accident occurred, you admit to me that you were drinking, that you were driving, and that you had a suspended driver's license, okay? All very bad things to take place.
I'm sorry.
In addition to that, when the accident happens, you leave because there's a warrant out for your arrest. This is not a great situation for you.
I understand.
However, Ms. Durrell, when it comes to the issue of liability, I actually do believe that you were driving and I do believe that you wrecked the car. You're actually a pretty good liar because if she didn't have the Facebook messages, I probably would have believed you, but she kept the Facebook messages and I believe that those are the actual inbox messages between the 2 of you. You can shake your head all you want, but I think you came into court today and you lied. So because both of you seem to be a little confused about some things, she's a liar, so both of you are responsible and going to pay damages and you're gonna split the cost for damages. Judgment in this case for the plaintiff, $2,223. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Okay, wait here a minute. Thank you. Go ahead and gather your things and head on out.
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the law into your own hands. Let Judge Faith rule on it for you. To submit your case, go to judgefaith.com and tell us your story. See you in court.